How long should be my wire for my endfed or my dipole antenna? Hi, today I want to show you how long the wire for your antenna should be so that you need no big adjustments for your SWR. More important than the SWR is the antenna diagram. Nevertheless, if the SWR is below 2, then the antenna works not most so good. Both things must be considered. Keep in mind that there are more possible antenna lengths. For example, you can build Windom antennas with a complete different length. But here we want to concentrate us on a symmetrical dipole or endfeds where the calculation is very easy. Especially where you can try to find a dipole which fits more than one band. First of all, I want to describe you the program which was developed by Delta Oscar 4 Mike Alpha Tango. It calculates the resistance of a wire on a special frequency. Every color is one frequency. So to calculate just the length of a wire is not very difficult, but to find good points where more than one curve will hit the other curve, this program can really help. For endfed antennas within 1 to 49 un, you look to the top. For a dipole with 50 ohm, you look at the bottom to the 50 ohm line. For other ununs or wireman ladder wire, you look to 300 ohms or 450 ohms and so on and so on. Keep in mind that in reality your antenna is made of copper or another metal, and then the antenna must be shortened to approximately 3 to 5%. Moreover, if the antenna is very low, the ground lowers the resistance. So that these values are ideal values, where you have to find the perfect match on your ground where you want to use the antenna. Just as a simple example, you build a dipole for the 40 meter band with a length of 10 meters per leg. You see, with this dipole you get the 50 meter band for free. That's great. Another example is the 80 meter dipole with a length of 2 times nearly 20 meters. With this dipole you get the 80 meter band and the 70 meter band and the 12 meter band for free, without any big adjustments. So now you can combine the 80 meter band dipole together with the 40 meter band dipole. Because if you send a signal on a frequency of the 40 meter band, the resistance of the 80 meter dipole will be very high and vice versa. So with just a double dipole you get a very efficient antenna for 5 bands. I think that's really a great antenna. But please keep in mind that the radiation pattern really changes if you use a wire which is longer than a typical dipole for this band. Nevertheless, so long as the wire is not 2 times longer than your band, the radiation pattern looks not so bad. For example, this is a radiation pattern of a 10 meter dipole in a height of a half wavelength. Now the radiation pattern with a length of 37 meters. We are getting more tips and corners. The diagram is no more really round like a dipole. So let's come to the next example. Next example is another of my favorites. It is an endfed half-wave antenna. Endfeds have got a high resistance at the end, so we have to look on the upper part of the curve. So to be honest, it's not really a half wave, or let's say it's just a half wave on some of the bands. But the resistance is here important. Here we look on approximately 20.5 meters. The resistance is very high on the 40, on the 20, on the 15, and with a little trick of a small additional capacitor on the 10 meter band. Another example would be an endfed half wave for the 11, 15 and 60 meter band with a length of 26.7 meters approximately. Next example would be a dipole for 30 and 10 meters with 2 legs of 7.4 meters. Or a great CB radio endfed half wave for 10 and 20 meters and for the CB radio frequencies with a length of 10.2, 10.3 meters, something like that. If you have enough room, you can think about a large monster dipole with 35.2 meters or something around 37 meters. With 37 meters, you get a 160 meter band, 50 meter band, 12 meter band and 10 meter band dipole. I have not the room to try that out, but it should work. So maybe nothing new for you, but I think it's important to show how simple it works. Have fun with our hobby and do not forget to subscribe my channel. 73, bye bye.